I guess with the weather we've had, and particularly with the breeze we've had today, I guess in some ways what we've had is not that surprising.
No, good evening, Nigel. It's unprecedented in terms of the fire spreading to property. That's been unknown. I mean, we've had a number of very hot, dry summers. Everyone talks about the summer of 1976. Certainly in my career, that was from 1987 to 2018, 95, 2003, 2006, 2018 were very bad years for grass fires in and around London. And we've got to remember that's often a lot worse outside of London. But in London, you've got so many properties up close to parks. This is the first time in my experience that we've had a severe grass fire that's actually burnt up to the houses. And if you've seen the photographs, Wennington Fire Station itself, from some of the aerial photographs, has been surrounded by that fire. Fortunately, the grass bit of Wennington Fire Station, which is the farthest east fire station in London, just on the border with Essex County, it burnt into the yard of the fire station, but fortunately, because it's got a concrete yard, it didn't spread. But it's not unusual. All firefighters are trained in wildland firefighting, and even London firefighters. There's national occupational guidance that teaches firefighters how to deal with that. But this has been most unusual today, in my experience, to actually have a fire that spreads through gardens and actually into houses. I haven't known that in all of my career. And as a senior officer later in my career, I attended, in summer period, I attended some quite major grass fires, including one that attracted 40 fire engines on Wanstead Flats in 2018.
Yeah, I mean, I certainly remember. 1976. I remember very well. Lots and lots of fires all over the country. But as you say, unusual, mercifully in this country, that houses should be affected in this way. I have to ask you, Steve, are the fire brigade, the fire services, as they are today, are they ready to cope with this sort of thing?
They're ready in terms of training, in terms of resources. Fire brigades over the last decade or so have got a lot smaller. London Fire Brigade at the moment, because of staff shortages, have got lots of. But I don't know. I mean, I'm 4 years retired, but from what I hear, that generally there's in the region of 25 to 30 appliances that are not available on a daily basis. And what's unusual today is all of the surrounding counties, so Essex, Kent, Surrey, Hertfordshire, are all very busy. So there isn't a lot of resilience in terms of calling in additional appliances from. I mean, usually it's London crews that might go over the border to assist the counties. London is one of the biggest fire brigades in the world. In fact, it's about the fourth biggest fire brigade in the whole world, with 103 fire stations. But it's a lot different to how it was. Certainly in 95, which is within my experience, we were very busy with grass fires, but we never seemed to run out of fire engines quite as much as you do. But in terms of the crews, their actual training and resilience, the equipment the fire brigade have got available now is much better than there was available certainly 25 years ago in the mid-90s, and before my time in the 1970s, where it was very rudimentary. There's brilliant equipment available now. The fire appliances have got much more efficient pumps. There's water backpacks. They've got drones that, although don't do firefighting, can certainly give you an overview of the spread of the fire line and all of that. So they're prepared, but we've seen massive cuts to the fire brigade, and that is the issue, Nigel, I feel.